Shalom, family. Shalom. I know many of you probably seen the Victoria's Secret Karen video because I know that's been floating around like crazy. So I have the whole thing from start to finish, and we're going to review it along with who this woman is. Now, the thing that struck me the most, y'all, this woman is a teacher's assistant. Would you want your kids to be in a classroom with this woman? But that's what she did for a living. Now, whether her job will keep her or not, who knows? But that's what she is. Wow. Yeah, you're right. The tourists, you're right. That's what they have been doing for centuries. They have weaponized their tears. And see, just like the cops just stayed on code big time. You know, they see a white woman crying and they turn their attention to her and act like she was the victim. And they wrote up that police report like the white woman was victimized in the whole thing. And that's all by design. That's why police, technically, we need to get into the mindset that we don't need them at all. We don't need them at all. They're not a necessity. The only reason why they got cops is to watch over us back in the day from escaping from the plantation. We are no longer trying to escape from a plantation. They need to be done away with. Now, they'll come around. Well, you need the police. No, we don't need those kind of cops. We don't need mass murdering cops. We don't need abusive cops. If those are the cops you need, y'all keep them in your neighborhood. Don't send them over here to us. It's not a necessity. It's not. Ladies and gentlemen, the ancients existed on this earth without a single cop being on there. So don't tell me they are a necessity. Don't tell me that. Okay, people pretty much took care of their own towns and dealt with anybody that was in that town that was unruly. That's how it was done back in the day. They are not a necessity at all. This is why you are never going to see the results that you really should see, because they're not a necessity. But see, in this society, they convince you that they are a necessity. They're not. So how did the generations before this one exist without cops? Okay, they didn't need them. A cop is, this is why when you crack open even the Bible or any books on history, pre-Columbus books, don't nobody talk about no damn cops at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what happened at Victoria's Secret. So we had a situation. Let me just share my screen with y'all. Thank you. New Jersey, Bahala. Thank you for the super sticker. All right, so let's see here. Let me share my screen because we're going to go over this and then I'll show you the video. Please give me a 1, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see the screen. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay. So many of you saw the video on this crazy, crazy woman. So this article, All Hip Hop, came out, and this is the 13th of July. And it came out on a variety of different outlets. So this really blew up on the internet. So this woman, she would have been better off just being humble and quiet. Then this might not have happened. Now she is going to be made out of memes and everything else online. And people are going to be playing this video for years to come out on the internet because she pretty much did this to herself. She really did. So let's get into it. So Victoria's Secret Karen attacks Black woman, has meltdown after she's caught on camera. And she claimed she did this because she was in fear of losing her job. But don't you think acting like this, and you're supposed to be in a classroom with kids, wouldn't this cause you to lose your job? I would think so. I sure wouldn't want my child in the classroom with this woman. Okay, so the Black woman, her name was Ijeoma Ukenta. Now, I went and looked at her origin. She actually comes out of Kenya, but lives here in the United States. She captured the bizarre incident in which Abigail Elphick charged at her and later becomes hysterical when she realizes she's being recorded. Look, we are in the day and age of technology. Who the hell acts like this and believe they won't be recorded? Of course you're going to be recorded. See, this is how many of them are getting busted in a lot of things they're doing. Edward Cagney Matthew, they get recorded and it goes all downhill for them. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to all of this, they would claim we were lying about everything. They used to play that up big time. Now they can't really use that anymore like they did before in the past. Yeah, they were acting up even back in the day, but it was their word over ours, but now that we got that camera phone in our hand, that's all eliminated now. A white woman caught on camera attacking a Black woman in Victoria's Secret store had a full meltdown after realizing her rude and violent behavior had been caught on camera. So on YouTube, there is actually a 6-part video recording of her, and this is at a Short Hills mall. Wow. I just can't believe how over the top this woman went. So I'm glad Ijeoma put this out on the internet for everybody to see. So it was posted Sunday, and it showed the woman identified in a police report as Abigail Elphick charging at her and with an open hand as if to strike her. In later recordings, Ukenta said she was browsing at the lingerie store when the woman moved in front of her, basically pushing her out of the way. That's how the whole thing got started, y'all. That is what kicked off everything. This woman was literally just shopping. She had a coupon for, I think, free panties, and she was just browsing around, and this woman barged in front of her. That's what kicked off the entire thing. So after that happened, she knew she had to pull her camera out and start recording. So this woman who's having a meltdown started the entire incident. And then when she realized she was being videotaped, she tried to turn herself into the victim. She is no victim, and she's not mentally ill either. But she did give one hell of an Oscar performance up in that Victoria's Secret store. I will give her that. Okay, so at the time, Ukema started recording the interaction, capturing Elphick charging at her. But once Elphick notices her recording, she immediately has a full breakdown. Instead of leaving the store, Elphick screams and at one point pretends to faint laying on the floor, which was hilarious, of the Victoria's Secret registers. In another video, she demands Ukenta stop recording her, yelling, "Get away from me," while chasing the woman. Now, how the hell are you going to yell, "Get away from me," and you're charging towards a person? What the hell is up with that? You know, I mean, I saw it. That was hilarious. You're going to approach a person and then yell, "Get away from me." Bitch, please. Ukenta asked store employees to call for security, and mall security arrived. And then they called the Melbourne Police Department, whose officers treated the situation with little to no concern. They sure did. And they spent more time with this Elphig woman than the woman that actually got attacked, and then wrote the police report as if this white woman was the victim. She started the whole thing. But I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised that the police do what they do. And they are going to do everything they can to come out on the call and side with the person that looked just like them. This is just what they do. They inform Ukenta they cannot escort Elphig out of the complex despite her violent behavior. Really? I've seen plenty of videos. In fact, the one I did on that brother that was escorted out at the food court. I've seen plenty of videos where they've escorted people out. Now all of a sudden, it's some blonde hair woman. You can't escort, you can't do nothing. You can't escort her out. Y'all full of crap. Full of crap. On one video, Ukenta reads the police report to its entirety. In it, Elphig admit she was, she was wrong in her behavior, but that she didn't want to be professionally or socially shunned, which she definitely deserves. Which she definitely deserves. All you have to do is go in the store, shop, and leave. All this extra stuff for what? And see, the way that she barged in front of this black woman, she done did that to black folks before and got away with it. This ain't the first time she's done that. She was emboldened to do it. And then when she realized it didn't turn out the way she thought it would, the only reason why she started screaming, y'all, she was trying to manipulate the situation. She was trying to control this black woman and manipulate the entire situation, and so that she could command what would happen. And she couldn't quite get a grip on it. So she had this meltdown. Because, see, in this world, a screaming white woman will get attention, y'all. She will. Okay? Even if she's clearly wrong, she will still get attention. That attention will mainly come from people that look like her. We have a few coons that will dive in there and side with Karen too, unfortunately. We are really messed up in that way. So she claimed she had a panic attack after realizing she was being recorded. That was not a panic attack. That was not a panic attack, y'all. That was a performance that she dug out of her ass and carried on in that store. And you can best believe this is not the first time she's gotten into a big mess and started acting like this. She's done this before. She's done this before. Probably did it as a child too. Mind you, Ukenta maintains they took her statement first because of course, she called the police and she completely lied and tried to say, I started videotaping her, causing her to have a panic attack, in which time she followed me, trying to get me to stop. No, she barged in front of this woman, being rude and everything up in the store, and that is what kicked off the recording. That's what kicked off the entire thing. So she's lying. So I'm filing a complaint against the two officers that responded. Ukenta, this is what she said. I do not feel protected. Well, they don't protect Black folk. And see, this is what many foreign Black people need to realize too. Because when it comes down to you and them, they are going to side with their own. They do each and every time. They can be as wrong as 2 left feet, like this woman, and they will still side with her and try to make it seem like you caused the whole thing when you absolutely didn't. This is what they do. And they do this, y'all, no matter where you are. I've been, when I was in school, I used to see white kids lying on Black kids. They learned this very early in their life. I've seen it. So, all right. So all clips of the encounter can be found, of course, on YouTube. And Ukenta also set up a GoFundMe, and I'll see if we can locate her GoFundMe. She had requested $20,000, and the last time I looked, she had, I think, $21,000 for a legal fund, so she can, get a lawyer and fight this. She definitely gonna need a lawyer. Number one, there should be surveillance in that store. An attorney should be able to get the surveillance. Number two, it will show everything from start to finish. It will also prove those cops wrote up a fraudulent police report. Don't they always do that when it comes down to us? I'm telling y'all, as soon as they deal with us, they're going to write a police report filled with all kinds of lies. They do it every single time, whether it's a shooting or they're just dealing with us in some other capacity. It's always loaded in lies, y'all. Always. See, like I said, they got away with that. My voice carries more weight than your Black voice. Well, not as long as we can videotape you. So unfortunately, since those cops falsified the police report, she is going to need a lawyer. She's right about that. And I hope she does. She needs to lawyer up and get someone that will review not only her videotape, but that store surveillance. And I really, truly believe she can win this. She can win this entire thing. She does. Well, DJ, it depends on what generation of a Kenyan she is in America. She might be a second generation. That's why you don't hear much of an accent. Yeah, I mean, she got every right to sue. I don't blame her. And what the cops did, you came out and then you wrote the police report based on what this white woman said instead of what actually happened. No, 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 no. No, that was wrong. And they know it was wrong, but they think she has no way to fight it. And she does. And you saw how arrogant the cop was when she went up there to file a complaint against the two officers that falsified a police report. They, took on an arrogant attitude like, you shouldn't be up here trying to report us. Who the hell do you think you are, N-word? That kind of thing. Yeah, they were. But what they did was wrong. You don't write no police report based on one side, but that's what they did. But look, the police report, the police departments are filled with people like that. They are filled with people like that. Right. I think that's what they really wanted to. I think they wanted to grab that black woman, place her under arrest, and act like, she was doing things to the white woman. That, I think that's what they wanted, but she had a recording and then they lied. She said she showed them the recording and then they lied and said the only part of the recording they saw was her lying on the floor. And they know they were not telling the truth. So you can best believe when everybody looks the same and they don't look like us, you can best believe a lot of lies are going to be going on. It just part of the DNA, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and review the video. I got the entirety of it, so we're going to watch it from start to finish. All right, hold on. Let me share again.
Okay, no, it's you. Now you. Oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this? Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me, and now she. Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh my God! Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh my God. You should have thought about that before you did what you did. Oh my God. This don't even feel real. This do not feel real. Would you please don't report me? Don't report me. Y'all got to get security. She charged me. If I wouldn't have ducked, she would. Oh no, you just wanted security for me, right? I want security for you now. No, don't cry. No. I want you to call security. I just came to get my free panty. You know how you get the coupon in the mail? And I got to pick up my Converse boots from Nordstrom. I don't know why this is happening to me. Don't charge me. Oh, you want to? Yeah, she. I'm scared to even approach her. You're scaring me. Like, you gonna go postal. No, why don't she walk away from me? No, I was here. No. We're not doing this. Why don't I walk away from her? Why don't she get away from me? She could get away. Go wherever you want to go. This is crazy. I'm sorry. Ooh, beautiful. She went to go call security. Yeah, because. Did you have 2 yoga mats? No, I had one. We was trying to just find a price check for one of them. Ooh,
that faint is crazy.
I have a coupon for the free panty, and it says everyone is excluded except for the period panty. But I actually want to see what that was. I can show you. Okay. All right, Karen. You keep lying, saying I'm threatening you, so I'm recording to protect myself. Yeah. Crazy lady. She attacked me and try to say I attacked her. You come. Look at this. Get away from me! Oh, y'all better get this lady! Get away from me! You better. You look at this. Security! Security! Look at this. Yes, can y'all get her away from me? Get her away from me! Get her away from me! Get her away from me! No, I gotta just protect myself. She's trying to attack me. No. Stop threatening me! See, and she's saying I'm threatening her. I'm not saying nothing to her. It's to protect me. Once the law get here, who they gonna believe? Her white ass or my black ass? No! Get her away from me, please! Stop her reporting from me! Where is security in this short hills, y'all? Oh my God, in this short hills. Get her away! I gotta stop coming here. I thought this was the safe mall. No, short hills mall. She's recording me. This person's frightening me. She's recording me. She has poor purple hair. And she's lying on the phone. Don't tell me what to do. She said I threatened her. Well, I don't give a fuck about her being sick. I'm worried about me. You hear this? Yo, y'all hear this? This stuff y'all read about. This is real. This is really happening to me. She's on the phone with the police on me, and she's chasing me around the damn store. So I was attacked in the mall, almost attacked in the mall. The manager, I had to run behind her. I chased him around. He's telling me he can escort me to my car, but she's not. She doesn't have to leave the mall. Listen, I'm not finished shopping. I have 2 other stores to go to.
What I'm saying. I don't work for the mall. I can't order her out of the mall.
Yeah, but you work for Milburn. I was just almost assaulted in this mall.
I can't. No security can ask. What I'm saying is, I'm not telling you to or anything.
I'm not saying that, but
for some reason,
if the shoe was on the other foot, and I would have tried to attack her white ass, you would have me escorted out this mall.
Man,
and that's just how I feel. This woman, mind you, the manager told him. The manager told me he chased, huh?
I wish you didn't feel that way.
I do feel that way. I was just almost attacked and assaulted, and you telling me 3 times, and he can't get out. You hear this?
If you have anything,
well, I'm going to this lady. This the lady they won't kick out the mall. I'm a dog. I want to see if she act up in front of y'all, what y'all would do. So he's telling me that, first of all, the manager already said she tried to attack me. I want her to leave the mall. I don't understand why she can't be escorted out the mall. She tried to attack me twice. She should be escorted out the mall. Okay. No, she should be escorted out the mall. She tried to attack me twice. You doing that because she white and she crying. I am nowhere near her. I don't have to move. I'm not breaking any laws. Now you get so aggressive with me. Get aggressive like that with her. Look at this shit. See this shit? This lady chased me around the Victoria's Secret store. Literally. Chased. And the manager told them that she chased me. And they don't want to do anything but listen to her crying. Mind you, she crying. She chased me around the school. I should be crying. I got chased.
The initial video, man. Can you email us?
My what?
The initial video that you took.
Yeah, I sure can. Can I have the email and the case number, please, for today? Because I'm definitely going to go straight. Just because of your partner's smugness.
What's that?
Yeah, the way your partner looked back at me like, like, I don't have time for that.
Should be wearing a long sleeve tie-dye shirt, black pants, and a flower on her left wrist.
She's saying her rice was wild.
All right, so if you would, that's what you're working on. If you can send the initial videos.
Okay, can I have the case number for today? So I see everyone asking me for an update. I am at the police station. I have the police report, which is somewhat true, but really, really wrong. I'm happy I did record because even the officer stated that I only showed him the video of her laying on the floor when I showed him everything. Oh, and guys, I have her name now. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, excuse my language. It's really, really long. You see this? And mind you, they took her statement first because, of course, she called the police. And she completely lied. She's trying to say I started videotaping her, causing her to have a panic attack. At which time she followed me to try to get me to stop recording. See this? So I'm filing a complaint against the 2 officers that responded. I didn't feel protected. I'm also filing a complaint against, what do you call it, the mall security. Victoria's Secret, it's like, in my opinion, like, what do we expect them to do? Like, grab this woman and, the manager even sent somebody to walk down to get security because they were taking too long. So I don't really have any issues with them. Not as of yet. Now, if they give us problems getting the video and all that, then we'll talk about that's that'll be another story. But yeah, I'm gonna read this in its entirety. Listen to this. I spoke with Miss Crazy Lady and advised her that I spoke to the store employee and that they corresponded that what Miss Ukenta said what Miss Ukenta had said happened. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Did Miss Blank seem to acknowledge that she was wrong, saying she was concerned about losing her job and apartment if the video posted online. Do you see this? And that she was having a panic attack about the videotaping. I advised her that Miss Ukenta has a right to videotape. I asked her several times if she was all right and if she needed an ambulance, and she declined repeatedly. She kept expressing her concern about her job and apartment. She finally stated that she was going home, and I asked if she would be okay to drive, and she says she was. At this time, Miss left the mall voluntarily with mall security. I got his full name here. Escorting her. I then walked over to Ms. Ukenta and again advised her of the procedure for signing a complaint with the court and asked her to email. He didn't explain that to me. He didn't tell me how to file a complaint. I have that on video too. That's terrible. He didn't explain to me how to file a complaint. I gotta look at I don't remember that. In case I'm wrong, I'm gonna look at that video again. Because I remember having to really ask him like 3 times just to get the case number. So I walked over to the forced to blame the court. I searched the email her videotape. You did ask me to email my videotape. I remember that. So I could submit it with the report, and she said she would. I gave her the case number as well. At this time, myself and P.O. Ford left the scene. P.O. Ford was completely and utterly dismissive of me and gave 2 about what was happening to me. You can even see, look at all this concern for this lady. Nobody asked me, was I all right? Did I need medical attention? For all they know, I can have anxiety too. And this woman sent me into a panic attack. This is crazy. Yeah. You won't be investigating it. But you're asking me why I'm complaining on your officers, and I'm telling you I can show you a video, and you're telling me you don't want to see the video.
I don't want to hear from your mouth. What is it?
All right, so I was in the mall. Basically, they didn't protect me. They didn't try to make from the woman that attacked me and chased me around the store. They didn't ask her to leave or anything. They said they weren't able to. They weren't able to ask her to leave the mall. I've never heard of such a thing. Because if I was chasing her around the store, I'm sure I would have been asked to leave the mall and or arrested. And I showed him the video.
Why do you believe that?
What you mean why I don't believe that? Because
Why do you believe that?
okay, I don't want to play this game again today. You know, this happened to me Saturday. I'm very emotional about it. Okay, I'm asking you. I want to file a complaint against your 2 officers. You said I can do that with you, right? Because I see this
I'm
is
gonna
your
give you an internal affairs complaint form. You're gonna fill it out. I'm gonna pass it on to the internal affairs unit, and they'll be doing the investigation. Okay?
Let's see, I'm gonna need a lawyer. Anybody that can help me with a good lawyer reference or point me in the right direction, please help me. Because you see how this is going.
All right, y'all. And y'all, by the way, Short Hills Mall and the Melbourne police, that's all in New Jersey. This happened in New Jersey. Okay, it happened in New Jersey. When I saw Short Hills Mall, I was like, okay, this is up. That's more north of where I live, but I know about that mall. And Melbourne, I know where Melbourne is. So this all happened in the state of New Jersey. Well, the cops are doing just what they have historically always done. Just understand that. It's historic. All right. And unfortunately, this is why policing will never be fair in America, because you can't start something out of negativity and then turn around centuries later and make that positive. It can never happen, period. It can never happen. Oh, these people up in New Jersey are garbage, y'all. They are. They're garbage. But these are the same ones that will stare you in the face and say, it's better in the North than in the South. I tell you what, if there were 2 doors in front of me, one said North and one said South, I would walk in the door that says South. Yes, they may be racist, but the folks up here, you know what they are? They're covert, just like those 2 cops that took her side. They're covert about it. And then they try to make you think you got the problem. This the psychological shit they do to you. When you see something racist and you express it, they try to flip it around on you and make it seem like you are the one having the problem. And the problem isn't the racism at all. That's what they do up in the North. That's what they do. They're covert. And then they try to play all kinds of psychological games on you. Thank you, Black Cougar 1959 for the super sticker. That's what they do in the North, y'all. It's not better. It's not better. It's never been better. And you don't need to use slurs in order for something to be racist. That's another thing. You don't. She don't have to use slurs. Trust me. Abigail Elfig would never have done that with another white person. She would never have walked in that store and barged in front of another white person. And she would not have had a meltdown if she was recorded. She wouldn't have done none of them things. When she came in that store, she came and she was rude to a Black woman. That's what she did. And then she tried to use psychology and flip it around and act like she was being victimized when she was never a victim at all. Okay? She was never a victim up in that store. Not at one moment. No, that performance, y'all, let me just tell you, that performance was to make everybody in that store feel sorry for her. That's what she did. That's what she did it for. It was done for one reason and one reason only, to jerk on the sympathy of everyone up in that store. That's why that one white woman at the register said, why don't you just get away from her? Why didn't the white woman that was having the meltdown get away from the black woman? Okay. She kept coming towards her and screaming and screaming. And like I said, the whole thing got kicked off when she pushed her way in front of this black woman. That's how the whole thing got started. So, no, never believe that people in the North are way better than the ones in the South. I even had to have this conversation with one of my cousins down in Georgia. He was sick of the racism down there and said, maybe we can move up north. And I had to let him know, no, it ain't better up north. It isn't. And I broke it all down to him on the phone, what they're like here. It's not better, y'all. It's not. It never have been better, and it never will be. Yes. I mean, look, she thought she was going to mistreat this black woman up in the store and get away with it. So she have to lawyer up, because the police have already made up their mind. They're on the side of Abigail. They already made up their mind when they showed up on the scene. So she can file that complaint. I doubt if that complaint will get too much attention, to be honest with you. I'm just speaking the truth. I don't believe her filed complaint will get too much traction. But for legal purposes, she should still file the complaint. But she definitely need to get good lawyers at this point. And believe it or not, one thing about us, we do way better. And I've said this before, we do way better in civil court than we do in criminal court. We do. So that's what she needs to do. She needs to lawyer up and go after anybody that was involved, Melbourne police, Abigail, all of them, anybody else that she, when she was in that store and they didn't do anything. And in my opinion, the manager, whoever was managing that store, should have told Abigail to leave. And I'm disturbed that they let her carry on in that store and no one walked up to her and told her to leave the premises. So, I mean, I know the manager said something to the police, but the manager really should have said something to Abigail. And that is very disturbing that they let her holler and scream all through that store while people were trying to shop. And that manager did not approach her, not even once. That bothers me. That bothers me. That manager did not do their job at all. Okay? Manager did not do their job for letting her carry on like that. Thank you, Mr. Face Eating Face Eating Cancer, I think, for the super chat. That Mazunga Abigail woman is a professional victim, and professional victims can be just as dangerous as outright aggressors. You're right about that. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying, y'all, you should not overlook the lack of management in that store. That should never be overlooked. And I watched a couple of videos and they were all good, but I think the manager of the store should be dragged for not intervening and getting that woman the hell up on out of the store. That should never have happened. If you had a good manager in place, that should never have happened. People did not do their job. Yeah, I mean, everybody, she really need to file a suit on that mall because security didn't do anything and the manager of that store did not do anything about Abigail when she was having her fit. So I really think she does have the right to go after the mall security and the manager of that store. Mm-hmm. So, everybody, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thank you so much for coming and us going over and reviewing the video of what happened. You know, what a disgrace. But it's not shocking, being that we have been treated so badly, not only in this country, but in this world, that these sort of things will continue to happen until things change. And things are changing very rapidly. I know probably not rapid enough for us, but it really is changing for real, y'all. So wherever you are, please enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be coming back at another time to do another topic on live stream. Shalom, family.